It has been confirmed, an absolute bombshell. After 15 years, since 2008, Kyle Busch will leave Joe Gibbs Racing at the end of the 2022 season, marking the end of, like I said, a 15-year run with the team that spanned more than 50 wins and 2 Cup Series Championships. After months of speculation, negotiations about wondering where Kyle Busch will go, it is officially confirmed. Busch out at Joe Gibbs Racing. His new home will be Richard Childress Racing. It has been confirmed from The Athletic. Jordan Bianchi of The Athletic, as well as multiple other sources, have confirmed Kyle Busch will join RCR in 2023. Now, this is a story that we have been covering since the very beginning. At first, it was Colleague that was, or first, I should say it was maybe SHR that was the lead candidate. Then it turned to Colleague, and then RCR came into the mix. And it's now officially been confirmed Kyle Busch will join RCR in 2023. An official announcement will take place on Tuesday, because one thing that we do not know is whether, and we talked about this in an episode a couple of days prior, is whether Kyle Busch will be replacing Tyler Reddick or would be getting a third charter. So we could see Kyle Busch either replace Reddick in the 8 car, and Reddick goes to the 18 or maybe to the 45, depending on Kurt Busch's situation, or Kyle Busch will go to possibly the 33 car, because we have reported on this episode, on this show, that RCR could be looking at getting a third charter for Kyle Busch. Well, now that we know Busch is going to RCR, what we're waiting on Tuesday, we'll have a video on that, is on whether or not it will be a 3-car team RCR will be opening up to, or will Kyle Busch be replacing Tyler Reddick. But as of right now, we do know Busch joining RCR and will become a Chevy driver, which marks the first time since 2007 that Kyle Busch will drive a bow tie in NASCAR. Now, this is huge on many reasons. Number one, the fact that RCR was able to afford Kyle Busch. They were able to get probably multiple sponsorships to come together to be able to afford him. It's also kind of shocking considering the history between Kyle Busch and RCR. We already talked about those two and the relationship they had has settled down. Richard Childress, in an interview in Daytona, respected Kyle Busch and recognized his talents behind the wheel. Obviously, I'm talking about what happened in 2011 when, they got into an altercation. I think Childress punched Kyle Busch or something like that. And Kyle Busch actually, in an interview today, talked about Richard Childress Racing. He says that the first time I sat down with him, everything was okay. And the biggest thing about it was just having the opportunity to put that behind us. That's very, very telling. That tells me that they're wanting to close on that chapter and start a new chapter together. And also, you have to consider the fact that, President TRD David Wilson, when asked about Kyle Busch and if they're running out of options, he said he doesn't want to comment on that. That is very telling that, hey, Busch is out at JGR, and it's officially confirmed. I cannot believe that Busch is actually joining RCR. Now, Richard, I'm just saying, if you want to break the internet, I would put Kyle Busch in the 3 car, in a black 3 car, just to break the internet. Just saying. But it's absolutely crazy, because now the question is, all right, Busch is going to RCR. Well, now Kyle Busch Motorsports. We talked about this, or this was mentioned, yesterday night when John Hunter Nemechek, when he won at Kansas, he talked about that there was a lot of personal issues going on at Kyle Busch Motorsports that was kind of a distraction. More than likely, the things that were going on was the move from Toyota to Chevrolet, because obviously Kyle Busch being a Chevy driver, KBM has to be a Chevy truck team. So now they have to hire all new people and change how they basically structure their entire company to be able to make with Chevy engines, work with Chevy drivers, Chevy people, and things like that. So there's a lot of things that are going to be moving around. When we get this announcement on Tuesday, we'll know more information on what Kyle Busch's future will exactly look like in terms of the sponsors, the car number, and what's going on with Kyle Busch Motorsports. But now the question is who is going to replace him at Joe Gibbs Racing? More than likely, the candidate they're looking at is Ty Gibbs. Now, Ty Gibbs, I think, is ready for Cup competition. I mean, he's been replacing Kurt Busch since his crash at Pocono ever since. Now, Ty Gibbs, he's been running laps, running solid, being able to learn more information about this next-gen car, and I think now will be the perfect opportunity for him to move up into the Cup Series, and more than likely, Ty Gibbs will take over the 18 car. Now, again, this issue that we need to discuss is RCR going to be staying a 2-car team or open up to a 3-car team? Because this all relies on what's happening with Kurt Busch. If Kurt Busch retires at the end of this year, then Reddick If he doesn't go to RCR, he goes to 2311, replaces Kurt in the 45. But it all depends on if RCR is staying a 2-car team or open up to a 3-car team. That's what the announcement is going to be for. But regardless, breaking news, this is unbelievable. RCR is going to have Kyle Busch. And I must say, Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, y'all messed this up. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest blunders in racing history in a long time, in NASCAR history in quite some time. How do y'all lose Kyle Busch? He went to RCR. I mean, from Joe Gibbs to RCR is almost a downgrade. It's from what it looks like. How could y'all have let him go like this? This is your most popular driver, at least in terms of accomplishments, your most decorated driver. Still, he can go out there and win races. How do y'all let him go like this? I'm just saying that 2023 is going to be very interesting between Kyle Busch and RCR and how they work together. Because, I mean, Tyler Reddick at the very least, I think it's more of a driver problem than an equipment problem, because Reddick has gone out and proved that you can run well and you can win races. He won pole for Kansas today. So I think it's more of a driver issue than an equipment issue at RCR. And I think if Kyle Busch goes to RCR, they can be a playoff contending team and they may be able to win a couple races. So, I mean, who knows? On paper, it may seem like a downgrade, but maybe, that relationship, a new relationship, a fresh new start with Kyle Busch and Chevrolet could open up to bigger and greater things for the rest of Kyle Busch's NASCAR career. But yeah, we'll have another video coming out on Tuesday regarding the official announcement on Kyle Busch going to RCR. What are your thoughts? Busch to RCR. Is this a good move? This is a bad move? How do you think he's going to do in 2023? Do you think Reddick is going to stay at RCR? Do you think he's going to go to 2311 Racing? Who do you think Kyle's replacement will be? And do you think Toyota messed up by letting Kyle Busch go? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Until next time, my name is Jett from MDK. Thanks for watching.